Hi, Flosstube. Happy October. With my witch hat. I don't know. El cheapo witch hat from the Halloween store. I was gonna dress up tomorrow for Halloween. I haven't dressed up in a couple of years. I'm gonna go as Professor McGonagall, Minerva McGonagall from Harry Potter. So I got this witch hat, and I have this. Oh, I should know the name of it. It's the time. Um, the time travel pendant that McGonagall gives Hermione to go back in time and change the past. And wouldn't that be nice if we had that? So I have that, and I have like some green and black robes, kind of like a medieval dress that I hope that will work in a pinch. And I bought some granny glasses as well, but I can't find them. My kids were playing with them last night, so I'm not sure if that'll be part of the costume tomorrow or not. Tomorrow is Halloween, the 31st, and I don't even know if I'm going to dress up to go trick-or-treating with the kids because we're in Florida and it is so hot. It was 98 degrees today and it felt like it was over 100. It was sweltering, it was stifling, it was miserable. I went grocery shopping and it was coming out. Oh, it was awful. But we did get some fall last week because the kids and I went up to the Smoky Mountains in North Carolina, and we stayed in a cabin up there, and the whole family went, and we went, what did we do? We went horseback riding in the mountains on a trail. We literally got to wade a creek on horseback. We went through a tunnel, we went through the mountains, we went trout fishing, we went the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad. We went hiking on a lot of trails. We did other stuff that I can't even remember. It was a whirlwind because I thought I was going to have a lot of stitchy time and just relaxing at the cabin, and that didn't happen. Oh, we were at the cabin, we did, campfires, and we did s'mores and hot dogs, and my son had his birthday up there, so that was really special. He went canoeing for that, so that was really cool. So we did get a little bit of cool weather, fall weather, but now we're back in Florida and it sure doesn't feel like it. I think they're saying another couple weeks before we get any cool weather. We're supposed to have a cold front on Sunday of like 84. So I don't know whose idea of a joke that is, but I don't know. That's Florida for you. Although usually in October it's a little cooler. It's a little more like available. I just keep looking at my silly little hat. I don't know. I'm like, just for fun. It's been years since I dressed up. It's super fun. Every year I say I'm going to do it, and then I don't want to put out the money or the hassle, and this year I was going to do it, but I was hoping that Halloween night was going to be cooler. So anyway, let's get to the stitching because I don't like to keep you real long, so you can get on to more videos. I'll show you my WIPs, and then I have some haul to show you. Yeah. So I'll start with, I pulled out this old WIP. The WIPs, it's about I think I started it in January of 2017, so it's almost 3 years old. And it's a Halloween cross stitch, trick or treat, or also known as Three Witches hats, I guess, by Ursula Michaels, who is for Imaginating Designs. I think all of those designs are Ursula Michaels. I'm not positive if she's the only designer, if that's her company, but most of them are. And I just thought it was really super cute and cheerful and happy, and I love it. And I won't have it done by Halloween, but I pulled it out on vacation. Like I said, I didn't get very much done while I was away. We drove during the night, and then I drove a lot of the way back, and but I almost got this hat finished. I hadn't had the bottom portion done before, and I got this blue hat started that I hadn't had done before. That's really about all I've added to it this month from before, but I hadn't worked on it in over a year, so it was nice to pull out and work on again. So that's it. I'll probably do a few more stitches on it and then put it away after Halloween. I was working on it yesterday. I wanted to tell you guys and ask you guys because I've been working on my cross stitch. So we're homeschoolers. I homeschool the kids. And every week on Monday we have these cool co-op classes that are music classes. So my 3 kids, spread out. They're in choir, beginning violin, orchestra, and band. And so when they're in those classes, I tend to sit and stitch to wait for them. And I sit in different places, sometimes in the waiting area, sometimes I sit in the classroom and to listen to rehearsal, which I love. And so I've gotten a lot of comments on my, you like my hat? My son came in the room. You like it?
Yeah, I like that hat. I didn't know you got it.
You hadn't seen it yet?
No.
It's silly, but you know. Whoop, don't bump this, please.
Sorry.
Careful. Okay. Where was I? Oh, I've gotten a lot of compliments and comments on my cross stitch at this place. Everybody's coming in to laugh at me. This is funny. Look, I have the time thingy. What is the name of this, guys?
Hermione, Time Necklace?
Yeah, does it have a fancy
I
name?
thought that was Hermione, not Miss McGonagall.
Well, McGonagall gave it to her, didn't she?
Oh, yeah, so she had it
Yeah.
before me.
My boys, you're
She's
supposed to know
Doctor Who
this.
in disguise. Doctor Who is
No, I'm McGonagall. Can't you tell?
No,
I don't know what
Hermione
my
was
daughter
Doctor
did with
Who.
the glasses, but anyway,
Hermione
the
was
kids
Doctor
and I
Who.
we're huge Harry Potter fans still, right?
Yep.
They're into Doctor Who now, so like
Doctor
you
Who
know,
just, like,
we can do more than
demolished
one fandom at a time. But anyway, don't sit on my stuff. Anyway, I've gotten a lot of interest in my cross stitching from the other moms and also from a lot of young girls that want me to teach them. Don't shake the bed, please. Okay. I'm really sorry. It wasn't supposed to be this disjointed.
it. You know you could cut it. You can cut it out.
Yeah, but I've tried to, I don't know how many times today to do this. And
I'm
it's like I
sorry.
keep up, it's fine, but
I didn't realize you guys were even doing it because
Okay.
I thought you were at first.
let me
and
keep
then
going.
I
So
heard
anyway,
calling
I've had a
after
lot
you.
of interest from moms and from their daughters. They want me to teach them cross stitch. And I had a couple moms and even instructors,
awesome.
music instructors. But a couple moms want me to set up a time during classes in another room to bring cross stitch and teach them to do it. Now, some of the girls are like 6 and 7 and 8, and I think that's a little bit young in my experience for trying to teach. I think probably 9, 10, 11 is good.
That's how I started.
But I'm thinking about it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that that's a good idea, or do you think I could be getting myself into a mess? I mean, I don't even mind supplying the supplies to start off with. Some, 11 count or 14 count. Ada's cheap. But that might be fun. I mean, I'm all about spreading the love of it and like passing it on, right? That we want to do
Yeah,
that.
that's
We
what
want to be
everyone wants to
enablers. We want to enable people to go out and spend their money on all
Did
this
you show
stuff.
them this one here? Yeah.
I did. I showed the
Trick-or-treat.
trick or treat. You keep bouncing around
Sorry.
on this. Can you move maybe? Thank you.
I
Whoops.
might have to redo one.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
You
Okay.
could always cut this out.
I'm
Now.
really, I don't want to have to do all that. Now I'll show you my other Halloween pattern. This
Pretty.
is
I like that.
Minerva. This is Nora Corbett
You finished it?
Designs. I had shown her on my last video in September, and I have worked on her since then, just mostly on the black. I added more branches and leaves. I wanted to get her finished by Halloween, but I don't see that happening. She's
It's only,
almost done. She just mostly needs black, and she needs some
Wait,
beads
it's Halloween 2 days?
tomorrow.
Ooh, so it's night. It's
So
like 8.
that's her.
Can I see what
but
time
she's
it
so
is?
pretty. No,
No,
please
no,
don't
no.
do that right now. It's a little after 8:30. I think it's like
I
8:40.
think that's pretty. I like
Oh
it.
yeah.
Thank you.
40.
So, and that's done on Murky, on 32 count Lugana, or no, linen, I guess, from Picture This Plus. And don't you guys just love it that my kids are like my cheerleaders on this? I really do. That means a lot. They do. They don't really cross stitch themselves, but even my boys are like, they really are encouraging and kind about
I think
and
you did great.
interested, which is super special.
I want to start making cross-stitch patterns one day.
You keep saying that. and
Yes,
then
he
you
wants to
start.
design them. So
You keep
that'd be
starting
cool.
on one and then you
Watch this space. Maybe I'll have some one day for everybody. Okay, so this one is my Mirabilia. This is my first Mirabilia. And this is called Garden Prelude, although I'm making it really like a seaside prelude. And so her I worked on quite a bit since you last saw her on my last video last month. I have added, I wanted to get her skin, all her skin and the violin done before moving on, but then it got to be closer to in October, so I moved on. But I'm going to come back to her really soon. I've modified her a little bit. I've lightened up the skin. Now when I say lightened up the skin, I didn't lighten much up except for like one color in the shading was really dark compared to the others. It wasn't a subtle shading. And I wasn't real pleased with it. So I just took, what did I do? I just basically took the other color and made that the shadow, and then made the other color, the next lighter color up, which I think is like 3772 and 3773 instead of 08, which is a new color that came out. It's a very dark gray brown, and I went ahead and used that in the back stitch, so you can see how dark that is. So that was in the shadow, like here. It was a little dark, but otherwise, and then I also added another strip, another row on top of her head.
About the violin, how it was all
Yeah, because her top of her head looked kind of flat to me, and I know some of the people in the Facebook group, one lady added a crown to try to combat that, and I think somebody did something else. But I just added another row on top and went 2 in either way, and I thought that that kind of made her head look a little less flat.
Yeah, fret. It's like the fret.
And then to me, being around strings all my life, I felt like the violin was sort of like bent. I mean, I play viola, I used to play viola, and my kids play violin, cello, and
I do cello and
honestly, I love Nora, but I feel like this might have been a little rushed, because if you look at the pattern, this looks like it was just sort of broken and dropped off. It was sort of like hanging down like that. Now, I could understand if the whole thing was slanted this way, then that would totally make sense. But the way I was reading the pattern, it looked to me like it just sort of dropped like that.
And then her hand was there, and then there it was
Yeah, it just went down. So I brought that up a little bit, which, because I didn't plan it out, I just did it on the fly, which means that she looks like she's in second or third position. She's not down here, but that's okay too. That's fine. Then she looks like she's playing an advanced piece. Yeah. Exactly. I also took out some of the violin part shading, goes all the way down here. And I feel like that's adding a lot of extra violin that probably wouldn't be there. So I'm going to try to work around that and leave it right there, and then just put her skin there or something. And the other thing I'm doing differently is when I do the bow, I'm probably just going to back stitch 2 dark bow lines. Because if you look at the pattern, it's staggered 2, 2, 2, like this. And I just, yeah. So I'm modifying that.
I see. I see the picture.
And then I'll work on the dress. After I get this hard part out of the way, I'll go back and do the dress. And the dress is big and huge and beautiful. And my favorite colors, between Minerva, the witch with the beautiful teal and the teal beads, and this aqua and purple, those are my favorite colors. I love them so much. Where'd Minerva go? Is this
what
her?
colors?
These aqua and purples.
Oh,
and her
yeah.
dress, aren't they pretty? Mm-hmm. And then the teal, this is the same designer that did both of these ladies, guys. Nora Corbett.
Basically Halloween night
but
only.
Can you see these teal beads? Yeah, Halloween Eve, yeah. See these beads? Are those not, I don't know, the lighting isn't good in here. But I wanted to do this in the, no, it's fine. I wanted to do it, I like to do it in the daylight because the lighting is so much better, but the whole day got away from me. But see those beads?
Yeah,
they're just like the prettiest thing.
They're shiny and pretty.
They're teal and they're glassy looking, and they're just...
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're even better off of screen, like in real life.
Okay, just a couple more things to show now.
They're pretty. I like them. I hope I'm not disrupting.
Yeah, you're bouncing the...
Oh, sorry.
I have it on the thing. You're bouncing. I have a new start. I started, and I'm not real pleased with it so far. This is an Etsy designer named Mandarinks Design. She does a lot of Disney and a lot of fandom stuff. Like she has a lot of, she has some, go look her up on Etsy if you're into anything, because she's got really great Disney. They're all like original, like they're not copies of, I don't know if they're her designs that she drew or whether she's taken them from fan pics. But she has Disney and she has Ghibli, which I want to do. She has, what's the other? She has Hobbit stuff. She has Doctor Who stuff. She has
Doctor Who stuff. You have to make one of them.
She has Game of Thrones. She has it goes on and on. She
Lord
has
of the
tons
Rings.
of stuff. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Sherlock.
Probably Sherlock. I don't remember seeing Sherlock on there, but she's always adding them. She's amazing. Her designs are gorgeous. So I'm doing this one. This is a Disney castle. And I'm doing this on 16 count Ada from another Etsy seller named B Stitch Me.
Oh yeah, Mom. I saw that one before, and that.
She has a Facebook page.
Is
Yeah.
that the one where they're dancing on the balcony?
No, this is just the no. This is
Maybe that's another one. I saw them
Okay.
dancing on a balcony.
So I haven't worked on Ada honestly in quite a while, and I don't know what she uses to dye. The colorway is called Twinkle, and it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks really washed out here, but in person it's gorgeous. It's beautiful blues and pinks and purples. And the reason I chose it was because in the original pattern, there is a background behind of like a sunset sky of blue and pink in half cross stitch. So I found this fabric and I thought, well, I'll just stitch it on there, then I won't have to stitch the sky, and it'll be beautiful. And it will. It'll be a beautiful sky for the background. However, for some reason, this fabric is damaging my floss. I don't know. I've never had really this happen before, except maybe with some of the Disney Dream kits.
But not really as much.
But after a few stitches, my floss is like fraying, like my regular DMC cotton floss. It's fraying and it's twisty, and I can untwist it, but it's like, ooh, it's like pulling through. It's 16 count. It's not teeny tiny. I'm using the right size needle. It's a fight to get it through. And the fabric is not that stiff. I mean, some of the Dimensions kits, they're like cardboard. This really isn't. So I don't know what the problem is. Has anybody experienced that before? Because it's really frustrating, just like this is. It's getting my camera knocked. So yeah. I don't know what but I do want to work on it, but I don't know what to do.
What did you ever do with that?
Maybe if I wash it, it would soften up? What do you think?
What do you do with that Jesus one of Jesus and the bed and
that's my missing WIP, and I talked about that on my last month. Can I have that over there? They moved. That one and the other one.
No, I want to show
this.
I want to show. Yeah, I can't find it anywhere.
You look in your closet?
Ouch. I went through all my dresser stash.
That's a very pretty fabric.
Thank you. I will, but let me have the other pattern.
What is it?
And I wonder why I'm disorganized.
The Minerva one?
Let me see. I want to show.
Sorry, it's pretty.
No, the Raven one. You just had it.
Oh, yeah. I put it over here. Yeah.
Thank you, people.
Sorry.
Okay.
We're getting here.
Well, I'm glad you're interested in looking. And my legs are falling asleep.
So am I.
Okay. I got some haul besides, I showed you the new pattern that I started from Etsy. And I got some from Sandra's Stitch Stash on Facebook. She had some good sales going on, so I got Minerva's sister. This is Eva or Ava, depending on how you want to say it. I consider them sisters. She has a whole bunch of them. They're called Bewitching Pixies, and they have different color gowns and stuff. So this one's riding on a broom.
Fine.
So I'll do her on the same background.
Maybe she's late for witch class. That's why she looked like she's going fast because her robe different.
Maybe. And then I got this one, which is unusual for me. I don't usually buy this type. This is more like a sampler kind of type. It's stitched with Weeks Dye Works, which I haven't used before. Sorry about the glare. But this is Nevermore, and I saw that, and I can't pass that up because I love Edgar Allan Poe. I love The Raven. It's one of my favorite poems or feelings.
That book was just in here a couple hours ago.
It's there. I found it. I got an Edgar Allan Poe book for children out of the library today. So my kids haven't really discovered him yet. So I'm really excited to share, especially at Halloween time, that gothic stuff. So this just says, "Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary," and then quote the Raven, Nevermore. It's a Raven, and it's stitched on, I think, 40 count, which would be new for me. And it has the the week's works. So that'll be new for me whenever that happens. And then I have 2 more things to show, and that's going to be it for today.
This?
Yeah, where's the other one? So you guys, I always get nervous when I order fabrics from a place that I haven't ordered, if I'm new to them. Because you just don't know how they're going to look compared to the picture. You know what I'm talking about, right? So sometimes the pictures look amazing and you get the fabric and it's not what you expected. Did you lose the other one? No, the other one was right there. Is it still in the...
What?
Is it still in the package?
Oh, here it is. So.
I came across Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers, and I was looking for the perfect background for a Mirabilia pattern that I have for moonflowers. What?
The pattern called?
Well, the pattern is a Mirabilia pattern, and it's
called...
called...
Mirabilia?
No.
Oh.
It's called... That's a designer. It's called Mirabilia.
Oh, I think it's an
And it's a pattern called Moonflowers. If you're familiar with it, you could Google it. It's really pretty. It's a fairy or something on a moon, lounging on a moon with a pillow. Don't ask me. And she has flowers. Who knew? But it's really pretty. So I wanted the perfect background. And you know how you get, you're like looking and like, you know, you have to have just the perfect one. I found one that seemed like the perfect one on the picture, but I wasn't sure. So I kept looking and I looked at other fabrics. Kept coming back to this one called Current News. I wanted a pretty kind of purpley night sky with glitter, and so after a while I ended up coming back. I came back to her and I went ahead and I bit the bullet and I gave it a try. So this is what Current News looks like, and hopefully the camera will pick it up because I am in love. I love this fabric.
It's not as pretty on the camera.
So much. No, the camera really doesn't do it justice. It is gorgeous. This is Belfast linen in 32 count.
On that,
purple.
it's only one shade really, but on this, it's like a bunch of different magical colors.
And you see the modeling? It's beautifully modeled. Like a stormy blue. My son is laughing at me, but I love
I'm
it.
not laughing at you.
No, he is.
Oh, Ryan.
What? No,
But
I wasn't.
it's fine. But I know I'm very nerdy about my fabrics and my crust.
Yeah, but I think it's good. I like it.
So yeah, that's it. So Fiberlicious,
I like that.
Yummy fabrics.
Yummy.
Yummy. It's
Can I try a
totally
bite?
yummy. Yeah, it's totally yummy, and it's just I love it.
Bite?
And so at the same time,
Good.
I what are you doing?
Taking a bite.
They're totally trolling me.
There you go.
Okay, and then I went ahead and ordered another one because I figured I was ordering one. I'll order another just to try that I liked, that caught my eye. And this one is called Midnight Splendor. And this one like surpassed my expectations. Also, it's,
what does the cover look
it's hard
like?
to see with
What
the
is it of?
background.
What is it of, the cross stitch?
Oh, well, I have a couple in mind.
Oh, you look good, but the thing in front of you is
see.
a witch. You're like a witch with the hat on. There's a thing in front of
It's
you.
the background silhouette.
Yeah, but you
There we
could
go.
for a second there because of the lighting. You could.
This one is
see,
not
like, through
opal,
it.
but it's 32 count
It's like
Belfast,
when you saw the witch
and it's
shadow.
really a dark navy with dark purples
And I can
and teals, and I think there might be some like gold in there too. So it's just gorgeous. And I don't know yet what I'm going to stitch on it for sure, but what I have in mind right now is the Joan Elliott Enchanted Aura, is that what it's called? Of the fairy with all the Arctic animals and the northern lights.
Now, how do I activate
So I thought
the
that might be really pretty on there.
How do I activate the
So I don't know, we're going to go back in time.
Yeah, well, if you're
So
the one
that's
who
what
owns
I-
it, you should know how.
That's what I have to show for my October update. I did come in under 30 minutes. I was hoping to make it a little quicker, but you show in the back. But that's what I got. So I'm sorry I was chaotic, but whatever. I got to show my stuff. So you guys have a really good rest of your October.
Happy
One
Halloween.
day.
Happy Halloween.
For those who
Tamara.
for those who celebrate it, happy Halloween. For those who don't, just have a great Thursday and a great fall, and we'll see you back here in a month. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.